Hey guys, my name's Nick. I'm part of the group Sonic Umbrella, and today I'm going to just walk you through a basic electro house sound. And show you what it kind of sounds like with the beat. So anyway, it's not really all that hardcore of a sound. There's a lot of ways you can make it a lot filthier and make it stand out more. This is just 2-second ordeal. Anyway, you're gonna open up FM8 and you're gonna go over here to your matrix, and you can, there's 100 million different things you can choose from, but you're gonna go with 1C5M number 11, and it'll look like that. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your sine wave. You're going to go to oscillator 1, and go from a sine wave to this, to ramp modulator wave. And your second oscillator, it's going to be a 10th Formant wave. And it gives it that acoustic background energy sort of thing. Your third wave is going to be a 1+4. Your next wave is going to be a sawtooth. And your last one is going to be a tricycle. Then you're going to go over here to your matrix, and your B, you're going to bring down to about, I don't know, about 41. And A, you're going to bring up about, 1 or 2. You can hear that high end peeking through a lot. But that's kind of good because the drums are mostly lows and mids, and you want something else peeking out through the mix at the end of the day, I guess. Just turn out your, your bus, and which is this. This is where, the exported signal is going to go through here after it goes through all this. You can mess around with these if you want. Modulate them if you want. You can get like a really cool frequency shift thing going on. Then you're going to go to Ableton Live. That's what the program is that we're going to be using today. I'm going to go to VSTs, and you're going to want to get the Data Life sausage fattener. Yeah, I know, cheesy, but it's actually a really interesting plugin. If you just use it with hard basses, they usually end up kind of sounding the same. So it's kind of cool to try this out on, ARPs and Flux too, because it gives it like a really thick background. Alright, cool. And then we're going to go to our audio effects, put in a compressor, bring the threshold down a little bit, and then I set up a dummy track here for a kick sound, and you're going to route the audio from this kick drum into your bass sound. And you're going to play that. And then just basic sidechain crap. And then you're going to throw in an EQ8, I believe that's what comes next, yeah. What I did is I took out some of the mids right here, right around there, and brought up the lows just a tad bit, and I brought down the highs just a tad bit. Then after that came saturator. You're going to throw a saturator on here, and you're going to turn down the output a little bit. And you can either, there's different things to choose from, or you can shape, or you can make your own. Bring up the drive. Just bring that down to the dry and wet just a tad bit as well. And then I think, a delay, just a tad bit of delay to give the rest of the track some room, some like bounce around. And then, yeah, that's about it. On the master track, I always have all this stuff going on. Usually not until the end of a song, but for purposes, I'm trying to get this to, look and sound good. I don't know, some people say you shouldn't master your master track. I disagree. I always throw a limiter on there. You don't want to limit it too much, otherwise your waveform at the end of the song's just going to look like crap. It's going to, go up like a sine wave and then stop like a square wave. It's going to look really bad. So don't limit too much, ever. Throw a compressor on there, brings out the other sounds in the mix a little bit. Compresses what needs to be compressed. Multi-band dynamics is a multi-band compressor, meaning all your lows here, anything below 120 is considered your low. Anything between or above 120 to 2.50 kilohertz is considered your mids, and then the highs, anything above this is your highs. These are your thresholds. You can move them around, and all you do is click. That's compressing. That's upward compression. And I just brought down some of the lows because when you throw the beat in here, and as you can see, when it was playing, some of the mids were a little bit too high. That you can just, you can EQ your drums, you can EQ the sound even more. One thing I like to do, especially in FM8, it's always fun to throw an arpeggiator on there, because it gives it like a very, big, kind of glitchy ordeal. You throw in some ties and get a weird sound. I'm going to throw a compressor in here too, so I don't have to turn the volume of the track down so much. Yeah, that's about it. They don't sound exactly the same. I must have chose a different waveform, but I like this one better. And yeah, that's kind of like your basic. Well, not basic, but a form of electro house bass, I guess. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. If there's any other kind of tutorials you want, like growls or whatever, it doesn't really matter to us. We'll do just about anything anybody asks for. We're not stingy like everybody or all the other producers who don't want to give away anything. So yeah, just let us know what you think, and check us out at facebook.com/sonicumbrella or SoundCloud. Yeah, hope you have fun with the sound.